What's up, guys? Charles on Team COG coming at you guys here with an updated Crusadia Guardragon deck profile. I have to apologize, guys, for my lack of content. I've just got really sick, and I'm not even over it, so excuse. They might be a cough or two here or there because I'm still trying to get over it. And yeah, so I've just been sick, and then work and everything. So after I did my ban list discussion video, I pretty much sat down at the lab, got this deck, got it figured out, and I'll give you guys my replacements for the little baby Chaos Dragons. And yeah, not much really has changed. I think just main deck wise, extra deck's still the same, but we can still produce those busted boards. So without further ado, guys, let's just jump into the profile. To start out with the main deck here, we'll just flip that right there. Beautiful field center, by the way. And we'll just go ahead and get started. So to start out with, guys, we're playing, of course, 3 of the Crusadias. We'll start out with the most important ones. Crusadia Maximus, he's really important because not only does he allow you to do double battle damage when you're forced to go second because you can't win the dice roll like your boy here. He's also a level 4, which is really important into making IB, the World Chalice Justiciar, which allows us to have easier access to Borreload Savage. So, excuse me. But yep, 3 of that. 3 Arborea. Arborea is really good because she is a level 3 tuner, easier access to the synchro of Don Dragster, level 7 synchro you want to play, really. You could potentially play a level 6, but we won't touch that. Most importantly, Sharp Banish effect is really good. It allows you to protect your Crusadias, Magius. It combos off really good with Reclusia also being able to pretty much protect the Reclusia or whatever Crusadia card you target to destroy. So, yeah, she's really good. Moving on, 3 Draco, probably the most important in my opinion. Well, not really in my opinion, the most important in general because of it being a dragon, a searchable dragon, that allows us to make the crazy boards of Guard Dragons. So yeah, in my opinion, these 3 are the most important. Draco is recursion for your typical Crusadia plays, your typical Guard Dragon plays as well. Arborea is just there for the synchro aspect and the protection, and Maximus is there because of the double battle damage and the level 4 allowing us to make IB. So moving off into kind of like the next round of Crusadias, in my opinion, Reclusia is extremely good. He's our floodgate solver. He's solved so many problems, baits so many back row. Essentially, when it's special summon, if you guys don't know, target a Crusadia card, target 1 Crusadia card you control and 1 card your opponent controls, destroy them, which allows you to essentially protect whatever you target with the Arborea. And yeah, finally, 3 Leonis. Leonis is pretty much just here for namesake. I don't even think, like, even when I played like a hard going second, I had the privilege to pretty much one punch over a bunch of scapegoat tokens with Leonis, make it do piercing. But other than that, it's just a name because essentially any 2 Crusadias get you the full Guard Dragon combo. Excuse me, guys. There it is. That sickness kicking in. We're still opting to play. I'm still choosing to play 1 World Legacy World Crown because not only is it an extender in the sense of if you open World Crown plus any of your Crusadias, you have full combo, but also if you draw it later with Saryuja or you happen to have it, it's a form of form of effect negation that you can smack down under your Avramax or Skull Dread. So it's really good. That's why I decided to play this over, I think, certain other cards. I guess it's an extender. It's just good in my opinion. One's really good. Now moving on to the dragon side, we have, of course, the 1 Red Ice Darkness Metal. Guys, I told you guys this card was not going to get hit. Now I'm not saying that it's not going to get hit, because since the fact that the ban list didn't really, it checked Thunder Dragon, but they're Thunders, but it didn't really check dragons in general, that this card might, especially with Dragoonities coming out, like if they become a problem, like this card might get hit within the next list. But I knew it was going to get hit this list and the previous list, so. And it's also the most busted dragon we have access to, so that's also why we're not choosing to play the Tempest. Tempest is really good, but I just think Red Ice Darkness Metal is just more powerful, in my opinion. And then the 1 Rocket Synchron 4, the quick launch, it's just good. Level 1 tuner allows us to make IB with pretty much any level 4, and it's just quick launch is so broken. It essentially is another dragon extender that we can draw into to continue our dragon plays. So yeah. Now for the I decided to cut out the Collapsed Serpent and the Wyvern Buster completely. I mean, of course, you guys could play like Brotar and, you know, search the white dragon, search the black dragon. But, you know, like a lot of people I don't think understand that the Collapsed Serpents, they were dragons, and that's good for the Guard Dragon plays. But more importantly, they were extenders in case your LP got ashed or like your Skull Dread got ashed, or if your LP got impermed, effect reload. If anything happened to your LP, you had the ability to extend with the Black Dragon, make a weak Saryuja, and then get the White Dragon, and then pretty much still have access to your full Guardragon plays. But now that we do not have them at full availability to us, they're now limited. We don't really, I felt that they were inconsistent, and I felt like if you're going to summon anything off of the LP, you should summon Red Eyes Darkness Metal and not the Brotar. And it's just, so to supplement the loss of that, here's the cards I've chose. 3 Defrag Dragon and 2 Destrudo. So this engine is really good. Like it is pretty spot on if you ask me. So essentially, like Defrag Dragon, you ditch a card, so like you can ditch like your Arborea for protection, and then you can, but essentially you can ditch any monster, including I think itself. I'm not 100% sure, but Defrag Dragon is a level 3 dragon, which is also important for the ability to make Borreload Savage. It comes into play every now and then. And then Destrudo. Destrudo is really good. If you guys don't remember, this is how we were making Borreload Savage before we had Ib. But now, in the fact that it allows us to, it's a free dragon extender for your Guardragon plays. And essentially, I can do a combo video if you guys would like later. One Crusadia, it's like Crusadia plus these 2 cards as a 3-card combo will end you on an Equimax and a Borreload Savage. And it's really good. It's in the sense that it's, it's pure Crusadia can use this. And I just like the combos for this deck. I don't like doing a lot of combo videos because it requires you to do the Skull Dread draws. And, those are never for sure. You're never going to be able to draw. You're never going to be able to 100% draw the cards you need. So I like for sure combos. So there is a for sure combo involving Defrag, Destrudo, plus any random Crusadia will get you a Equimax with a Borreload Savage Dragon, which is really good. But I'd just like to touch base, like, even in the worst case scenario, these are the only 2 cards you open, no Crusades, no nothing. This right here is a free Dawn Dragster or a Quantum Dragon. So, I mean, depending on what you play. But it's really good. The ability for Destrudo to be able to beam itself out from the hand or graveyard just allows you to pretty much ensure the Guardragon plays. Like, if they, here's the best example I can tell you guys. Like, if you go through your combo, you make the LP and they ash the LP, and you're just left with, Defrag and Destrudo in your hand. You ditch the Defrag. You ditch the Destrudo, summon the Defrag, use the Defrag, or use the Destrudo Engrave, targeting the Defrag, summon it, and there you go, you guys. You have 4 monsters that you can make your whole Saryuja, draw 4, and if you don't want to draw 4 Saryuja, you can still make the weak Saryuja and have a dragon to go into your Guardragon plays. So it's really good. But this is my replacement for the Wyvern Buster and the Collapsed Serpent hit. And it's worked out very well in testing. It's really good. But, like, it's okay. I'm not a fan of the Brotar stuff. Like, I don't think that's consistent enough. And like I said, if you're going to summon anything off of your Guardragon LP, it should be Red Eyes Darkness Metal. But moving on, we're still playing 3 Ash. I know some builds and some, people are like, cut out the hand traps, don't play hand traps. I will always play hand traps in my decks because you're never going to be able to for sure win the dice roll unless you're, blessed. But I'm not blessed when it comes to dice roll wins. Excuse me. So I opted to play 3 Ash Blossom. It's a good interruption. Like, even if you just end on Avermax and Crystaling, if you have an Ash in hand that, if you think in terms of interaction on your opponent's turn, that's 2 interactions. Same with having, impermanence as well. And then finally, we are still playing the 1 Gameciel. It's an auto win. Even though Terraforming took the limit, it's still, if we see, we draw Saryuja, if we see the Terraforming, we win. There's no, as soon as this card touches down, we win. So yeah, the 1 Gameciel, and that's it for the monster guys. Pretty high monster count, but we are a combo deck, so it makes sense that we play enough extenders and stuff to hopefully play through the hand traps, because we're not always going to have Call by the Grave in order to hit those Ashes, hit those Effect Failures, hit those Ogres. So, or we're not going to be able to, we can't really stop Infinite Impermanence yet. So, moving on to the spells. We're still playing 3 Call by the Grave. I've heard so many other Yu-Gi tubers be like, I don't like this card, but I get the necessity of it. And I'm the exact opposite. I'm like, I love this card, and I love it because it's it counters the hand traps. It counters, it's a good set card. It's a good offensive and defensive card. You can set it and be defensive. You can use it aggressively. I just like it. I know a few Yu-Gi tubers out there that don't like it. Also, guys, if you guys have stayed this far in the video, now that it's reached top of my head, the Kali effect, he gave me a shout out in one of his recent videos, and I'd like to give a shout out to him now. If you lasted this far in the video, please go over and check out the Kali effects video. He's a pretty good Yu-Gi tuber. He provides some pretty entertaining content, so shout out to him for giving me a shout out. So yeah, moving on, we're still playing the 3 quick launch. it beams out the Rocket Synchron. As long as you don't open the Rocket Synchron, you're pretty okay, but like even if you do, you can pretty much shuffle it back with the Saryuja. However, they will be those hands. It'll be like it sometimes. You just open the Rocket Synchron and that'll be it. But Quick Launch is really good because it beams out the dragon for you to make IP, or it beams out a dragon for you to continue with your Guardragon plays. This card is also not once per turn, so you can easily bait Ash with it. So just remember that if you open multiples of it, they Ash the first one, just activate the second one. You're golden. 3 Waterfronts and the 1 Terraforming. Like I said, guys, like it's an auto win. If you guys see this card in your opening hand along with like your along with your 2-card combo, you're going to win. You're going to like excuse me, guys. I'm sorry. Apologize. Don't roast me for being sick. I can't help it. Work in the medical field. It's going to happen. But essentially, this thing touches down, you win. And then like if they're smart, believe it or not, if they're actually smart, they will Ash the Waterfront because they know like they could potentially play through 2 or 3 negates, but they can't play through the Sea Turtle unless they have the Chicken Egg. And if they have the Chicken Egg, yeah, I mean they have the Chicken Egg. For the 1-ofs, we play 1 Succession, 1 Guardragon, 1 Reborn. We have more targets now for Guardragon. Essentially, the only interaction this card had was with Draco, but now that we have a Defrag Dragon, we have interaction with Defrag Dragon. And Succession is just, you know, a Monster Reborn. So, yeah, that's the 3 1-ofs. I think this is the perfect ratio I've ever played. I'm really not going to lie. I remember when the deck first came out, I was testing Guardragon at like 3, 3, 2, 1, and it was good, but like you bricked because Guardragon and Succession are both once per turn, so this ratio has not failed me yet. So yeah. Moving on to our traps, our final 3 cards essentially is 2 perms. What can I say, guys? You know, it's similar to Call by the Grave. It's aggressive. It can be aggressive and non-aggressive, I guess is what I'm going to say. You can use it aggressively. You can use it defensively, offensively, and defensively. I just like it. It's really good. Also, do note that sometimes, like when you get into the grind game, like this card can shut off pesky floodgates. Like you just pretty much set it in the column that a floodgate is, and then just turn it off. Hold out, wait till your turn, flip the perm, target one of the monsters, then turn it off, and then go off. So yeah, that's pretty good. And then the most faithful card in my deck that I'll always open, 1 Crusadia Guardragon. It is the you just gotta play it. Like it's the risk you have to take. In my opinion, it's too good not to, because of Regulex searches this out. This right here will fuel your Ecomax for negates. It searches you your World Legacy Succession. I mean, it searches you any of your World Legacy cards, whether it be Crown, Succession, or Guardragon. I just think it's too good because like in certain matches, Ecomax is just too strong, and by giving this guy a free negate, by giving your Ecomax a free negate, it's just too good in my opinion. So that's it for the main deck, guys. 40 cards, I believe. 41 maybe, if I remember counting right. But yeah. We're just going to go ahead and move on here to the extra deck. 1, 2 Magius. Really, nothing's changed. I'll just breeze through here. 1 Spatha, 1 Regulex, essentially Guardragon, and then regular Crusadia plays. A lot of times let's just go ahead. 1 Ecomax, the man, the myth, the legend, and then 1 Avramax. So I opted to play Avramax still over 2nd Crusadia because I found that just ending on Avramax versus trying to overextend into the 2nd Skull Dread is just better. He's just such a problematic card. Strikers, Altergeist, which I don't know if they will. I know Strikers will, but I don't know how prevalent Altergeist will be. They really can't deal with this guy. This guy is such a pain in the butt to deal with, so I valued him over the second Skull Dread. And then to talk about Ecomax, and to kind of touch up on these cards, is there's always situations on where each of these will outshine the other. And currently, well, I won't say currently because we don't really know what the meta is, but previously when it was Striker, Altergeist, well, Altergeist wasn't really meta, but Striker, and I'm trying to think of another things that target, really. Like, you know, Striker is a main one that target. They have to have, like, essentially the jamming wave in order to get rid of it. But, like, these two guys shine in different matchups. Like, if you're playing against a deck that has a lot of heavy targeting, such as Striker and previously Altergeist, you know, like the Siliquitus and the Millisleep targeted, Avramax shined quite through. But against, like, the rogue options, more of a rogue-ish deck, you know, tier 2-like deck, even in the mirror match, Ecomax, because of his negation, was really good. And the fact that Ecomax can become so big, it's blew the world. So essentially, it's like if you put down Ecomax and they don't solve the Ecomax, and you have like negations with it, you're just going to 1-punch and win. And then just both these cards apply such board pressure, it's unreal. But each one has a situation on where the other one shines. But that's it for the Crusadias. I really wouldn't change really much of anything. Just let you guys know that both, like, these two right here are just they're both OP. They're really great boss monsters. Now just on to the Guardragons, you know, 1 LP, 1 Pitsy, 1 Bring the Pain, Agripain. I'm surprised that these guys didn't get hit. However, I did mention in a video which got criticized, but maybe I don't know if these guys will get hit or not. It just could be like, here's the busted Guardragon support, and then now Dragon designs from now on Konami will limit, so like dragons won't be as busted, but like, I don't know. But you have to play 3 of them, essentially summon from hand or deck, summon from grave or banish, summon from extra deck. And pretty much complement these guys, we are playing Triple Burst. You know, he is good because if he can negate the Ray, his battle phase effect negation, like Spell Trap or Monster effect, can become prevalent. The one Skull Dread because, you know, excuse me, drawing 4, putting back 3 is nice. And then, yeah. But this is essentially how you make the Avermax. You use Triple Burst and Skull Dread. Treat Skull Dread as a Link 1, and this guy's a Link 3. The only reason I say that is because someone had asked recently in the comment section, and that's how you do it. And now moving on to the Synchro portion. Crystal Wing, I still value the Crystal Wing over the Hot Red, because if there's ever a situation where Hot Red outshines Crystal Wing, I can put the Crystal Wing out and put down Ecomax, which is essentially a better Hot Red, I guess, in a sense. So that's my theory behind playing Crystal Wing. Also, Dangers are still a thing, even though they were kind of smacked on the wrist. And Thunder Dragons, this card hits the hand traps, hits anything. So, yeah, still playing Crystal Wing. Moving on. Dawn Dragster, we have easier access to this card. I think that previously the format called for Quantum Dragon, but now I think Dragster is very much there, especially since Pendulum will probably be a thing. You need to negate that scale, that Servant, and everything like that. And also to hard negate the Evenly. Savage, another Omni Negate similar to Ecomax, but except for this thing is like it can negate anything, and it can negate it regardless of where it's at, hand, field, graveyard, etc. Banished. It's really good. You have easier access to this now, thanks to Defrag Dragon. I want to say, even though if it's just like a little bit easier access, we still have easier access to it now, because before you'd have to set up your level 3s with Crusadia cards. And then finally, Ib the World Chalice Justicar, make this with Quick Launch and any level 4, and yeah, then you get to search out any World Legacy card. Yeah. But that's it for the profile, guys. Please stay tuned. I got some spice coming. I always like have projects and stuff I'm trying to work on the side, but with like being sick and work, and then like all this new stuff gets revealed and new stuff drops, I kind of put stuff. I'm very bad at multitasking is what I'm trying to say. But stay tuned for future content. I got a spicy thing. We're going to a big local Saturday. Spoiler alert, I'm not playing this deck. I'm playing something very interesting, and I'll hopefully bring that to you Saturday night. So this has been Charles from Team COG, signing out.